We're jumping right into the next news video as it was reported that there was a meeting before Dynamite last night as Thunder Rosa had her first night as a member of the Spanish announce team, and Thunder Rosa was the subject of the meeting, where she basically made amends to a lot of the members of the roster because of the issues that persisted during Thunder's run before her injury. And it seems like, based on what Fightful Select said from was able to report or find out about the meeting, that it seemed like the meeting went well and the process of mending fences had either started or was making steps in the right direction, and that maybe the amount of heat that existed on Rosa before is not as present as it once was. So that is something that is good, especially with the fact that I think everyone is expecting and hoping that Thunder Rosa will be coming back sooner rather than later. And again, that opens the door for what I mentioned in a recent news video when it came to Thunder's return, that Rosa could be an announcer and that her being in the broadcast booth could lead to something as far as a return program for her in the broadcast, from getting up from the broadcast position and getting back in the ring to defend herself and to defend her broadcast position or something to that effect when she is 100%. But it is good to hear that Thunder Rosa was able to mend fences and that this may open the door for AEW being able to do this a bit more often down the road when there is a disagreement between coworkers, that they settle it in a very respectable and professional manner. I mean, again, I think Thunder Rosa could be an asset to AEW, and this happening is making more of a way in that becoming a reality. But we got updates from Dynamite, and I will keep you up to date on anything and everything that happens with Thunder Rosa, as I, for one, will be excited to see her come back, but I think we still are a few months away from that possibly happening. But it was announced at Revolution that, alongside Bryan Danielson and Maxwell Jacob Friedman, it will be a four corners match for the tag team titles, as the Guns will defend against the Acclaimed and two other teams yet to be determined. I mean, in my opinion, this would be a perfect time to bring FTR back, but I don't think FTR's coming back, at least right now, because I think they are taking some time away to not only debate their next move, but also figure out if they want to stay. I mean, is it possible? Yes. Could a tag team title run be something that they want to, do? Well, of course it is, but at the same time, would that be enough to bring them, take them away from, want them to take time away from their family and change their plans? Because I know that Dax and Cash had the intention of taking time away from working with the major companies and going indies for the time being. I mean, there's untapped potential, in my opinion, giving FTR a capable, stable run as AEW Tag Team Champions. So I think that could be something that might be appealing, but I don't know if it's appealing enough to bring Dash and Cash back and change their plans. But that's not the only match announced for Revolution, as during an in-ring segment, Jon Moxley challenged Hangman Page to a rematch. One more time. Mox versus Page. Texas Death Match. That is going to be a violent affair at Revolution between Mox and Hangman Page, as it is, in effect, the war to settle the score between Mox and Hangman Page at Revolution one more time in a Texas Death Match. Mox made a comment about how Hangman wouldn't have any friends to talk him out of it, and then that brought out Evil Uno. But Mox challenged him to a Texas death match, and as far as I know, Hangman agreed to the match. It will be, again, Mox Hangman in a Texas death match. That will be an incredible contest and a bloody affair, a violent affair, and exactly the way that this feud should blow off. Also, Wardlow Samoa Joe for the TNT Championship will take place at Revolution, and an AEW star returned attacking Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Christian Cage is back, and likely, it is not official, but likely will be fighting Jungle Boy at Revolution to blow off that long-standing rivalry between mentor and protege. Also, now there's a bit of spoilers. Well, I'm not gonna. I'll phrase it where it's not a spoiler. Keith Lee is supposedly returning very soon, and it is likely that Keith Lee will have his eyes on the Mogul affiliates, and specifically the leader, Swerve Strickland, who took Keith Lee out back in December and formed the Mogul affiliates. So it is very likely we will see the continuation of that rivalry, and something happened between Keith Lee and either one of the members of Mogul affiliates or Swerve Strickland himself at Revolution. It really depends on how long they want to keep that feud going, especially since Keith is officially returning to the promotion. But there's a lot more to come, as I believe... I think it's March 5th. I think Revolution is set for March 5th. Yeah, March 5th. As we still have a few weeks to go before Revolution, and a few more matches will likely be announced for Revolution, including who will fill up the 4-way AEW Tag Team title bout at Revolution, including right now just the Guns and the Acclaimed, but there's a lot more to come as we approach the 60-minute Iron Man match for MJF against the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. But also tomorrow, the normal preview of Rampage, and then on Saturday, the preview of both New Japan, Battle in the Valley, and Elimination Chamber, Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn. There's going to be some magic in Montreal. With that being said, I will see you in the next news video, as the news is done for today. Enjoy the rest of your day.